This documentary is to give an insight into a cancer patient's life and not only how it affects them, but how it affects their friends and their family.
How did you meet Annie Helen?
Well, when I first got married, my husband Ronnie, his mum introduced me to Helen about 6 weeks after my first boy was born, and from then on we became friends because she didn't have any friends and she didn't go out anywhere. So she used to come up, and then she ended up babysitting, and we've been friends for 45 years now.
I've really got a close bond with Jessie. Jessie and I, we're just like sisters. We've known one another for about 45 years. So that's a long time, you know.
And now I've got her every Friday to Monday. She stays with me since her parents died. When her dad died, he had Parkinson's. Then her mum died with cancer. So I've been through all her troubles with her regarding that, and a lot of sadness in her life, and she's very quiet and didn't want to go anywhere. So gradually, me being rather the opposite, I started taking her out, and she started to get more confidence in herself, and she was actually really, I'd say she started to come out and she felt easier in going out and meeting other people. Now she's very friendly with everybody. Everybody she meets, she's friendly with them. She's always got a smile for all her neighbours and everybody like that. She's just a very kind person. She always has been.
But what caused Auntie Helen to go to the doctor in the first place, or the hospital?
Well, we were on holiday in Benidorm, and I had fell in Benidorm and I had cracked my ribs. And Auntie Helen persuaded me to go to the hospital when I come back home, because it was 2 days before we were coming home. So I went to the hospital when I came back, and I got an x-ray and they said I had cracked my ribs. Then a couple of weeks later, she disclosed that she had fell the week before we went on holiday. And I said to her, well, you better go and get x-rayed. So she decided to go to her doctor and ask him, and he sent her for an x-ray. And that's when we were told that it was cancer. I couldn't believe it, because looking at her, you wouldn't think she had cancer. A very healthy looking person, never smoked, very good living, didn't lose any weight or nothing, and it was, I was actually shocked at the idea, the fact that she'd actually been diagnosed with this, because they keep saying they think they've made a mistake with her. Because looking at her, they really wouldn't think she had cancer. Even yet, and that's 2 years since she's been diagnosed. And then when they said that it couldn't be treated, it was even worse. Sure. She thought she was just going to get chemotherapy and that would help and get it away. But obviously it's one of the few cancers that the chemotherapy will help.
I was actually surprised about how strong I was when I got told, as you know yourself, because you were there. And I was actually surprised at how strong I kept. And even yet, I'm still strong. A lot of people don't talk about it. I talk about it all the time.
Do you remember how you reacted to the news?
Not really, I don't remember. At first I didn't know it was terminal. And because I work with it, you kind of get a wee bit numb to that. Like, you go, oh well, you know, they'll be in for a lumpectomy out before you know what, quite a bit of radiation, she'll be fine. But then when you find out it's terminal, your first thought is, right, okay, how long has she got here? When she first went in for her operation on her lung at the Golden Jubilee, I went to see her, and that all went well, and at that point I thought, you know, everything was fine, didn't know it was terminal. I thought it would be in and out and that'd be it. But then obviously when you realise it's terminal, it's just really getting used to that. I don't really know how I reacted. I haven't really thought about that point in time.
How do you feel about it now?
Now, to be honest, I'm a wee bit apprehensive more for my nana, Jessie, because they've been friends for a really long time. They're little sisters, and Auntie Helen's been there forever. Every weekend she's there. She helped bring up my dad and his brother, myself and my sister, and then now my dad's brother, he's got 2 kids, so she takes every weekend with my gran. And it's when you think of the future, like me or my sister's kids, she'll never see them, she'll never be looking after them at the weekend and things like that. And with regards to my gran, I think it's going to be a real struggle for her to watch her go downhill.
But I say I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't. Because I don't know what to expect. I know chemotherapy's not going to cure it. You know that as well. I don't even know if it would shrink it. I don't even know that.
Any fears or hopes for the future? Is there anything that sticks out in your mind that you want to do before you get worse, or anything you're scared of?
No, I wouldn't say that I'm scared, because, to be honest, I don't know how this type of cancer affects you. So if it was like a cancer in the lung, you go in, you have your operation, and they maybe take the lung off. Or the same with the breast. And chemotherapy can cure it, and you get the all clear. But I'll never get the all clear. You know, I just had to be different and take this cancer. I didn't just want any cancer. I had to get one.
To get the rarest of the rare?
Yes, I had to get the rarest of the rare. I've got to be different.
Like my Auntie Helen says, we don't really know how it's going to pan out and how quickly, how slowly, how this is all going to work. It could be, you know, that she's here for a lot longer than what we think.
I hope so. I hope so. I'll fight it all the way anyway. I'm not going to lie down to it. I'm going to fight.